struggling which sword to pick in First Sea? In this video I'm gonna show you all reworked swords and Blox Fruits, how to get them all, and of course what is the best sword in the sea. I work hard to make this video, so don't forget to subscribe. You can buy 2 basic swords already, only for 1000. Right from the sword dealer on the starter island, Cutlass and Katana. Cutlass has 2 skills, Quiet Rush, a basic close range skill, and Air Slash as a ranged attack. The same goes for Katana. The same names, same skills, the only difference is the sword's name. Basic weapons, nothing interesting, so let's go next. The next weapon is Dual Katana. Also a basic sword, but a bit different. You can buy it from the sword dealer of the West. You can find him in the pirate village in that place. The sword costs only 12,000 and has 2 skills, Whirlwind, a ranged skill with the knockback, and Tornado, a close-ranged AoE skill. The sword is good for beginners, has low mastery requirements and price, but it has low damage, so you don't want to use it for so long. Okay, now it's time for better swords. Iron Mace, Shark Saw, and Triple Katana. Iron Mace you can buy from the same dealer for 25,000. M1 attack has an AoE and knockback, which is pretty good for farming. The skill Mace Smash has a ground-based knockback attack, and Killer Combo is a close-range knockback skill. Pretty good sword for initial farming, especially with a knockback. The next sword is Shark Saw. You can get it as a random drop from the Saw boss, which spawns every 1 hour and 15 minutes in the middle town. You'll know when he's spawned by a system message in the chat. The sword's M1 is the same as Iron Mace's, also has a knockback at the end. The consecutive flashes is a ranged skill, and if you use the skill execution, you'll spin and damage nearest enemies. Can be good at farming, but I personally don't like this sword, but it looks sick.
If you don't have Robux for the Game Pass, you can buy Roblox gift cards at a cheaper price at the sponsor of that video, iniba.com, a gaming marketplace with over 20,000 digital products. You can find games for PC, Xbox, PlayStation and Nintendo, plus gift cards for things like Roblox and Netflix at great prices. Iniba has some of the best deals on both new and older games, and with a great Trustpilot score, you know it's safe and reliable. If you need help, their 24/7 live support is always there for you. Here's something cool. Use my promo code /Roblox and get 10% off games, DLC, subscriptions and gift cards, plus for up to 15% cash back on your purchases. Links in description. Go grab a deal now.
The last sword in that category is Triple Katana, which can be bought for 60,000 from the sword dealer of the East, whom you'll find in the Warden village. The sword is okay. The first skill has a ranged attack similar to Shark Saw, and the second one is close range. But farming with that sword will be a bit hard because of dashing M1 attack. But for that price, it's good starter sword. Alright, it's time to move to even better swords, which you can use even in the late game. Let's start from the pipe. You can buy it also from that dealer for 100,000. The M1 is very slow, the pipe ignition has stun and good knockback, and Dragon Blast is ranged and can apply burning effect. The sword looks good, useful in PvP as a combo extender, but not in grinding because of slow M1 and lack of AoE skills. The next is Warden's sword. You can get it by defeating the Chief Warden, which is located on the prison island. The first skill is close range AoE and can knock back enemies. The other one can launch a small tornado which throws an enemy into the air. Farming this sword is not easy because of skills with a high knockback. Now let's go underwater. This place is located between the prison and the frozen village. There will be a boss called Fishman Lord. From him you can drop the Trident. Pretty interesting weapon. The first skill can pull enemies to you or help you to reach different places. The last skill is pulling enemies to you and damaging them with AoE. The sword is cool, has decent combo potential and good mobility. The next sword is Dual-Headed Blade. You can buy it from the Master Sword dealer on the Skylands location for 400,000. The first skill is a dashing skill, which is slashing enemies in its path, and the range skill, which can launch 3 small tornadoes. The sword is okay, it can be useful in grinding with Buddha, but it's a bit expensive for the First Sea. The last sword in that category is the Soul Cane Sword. You can buy it in the Magma village. You have to go to the secret place on the left side of the island and find the skeleton, which sells it for 750,000. The first skill is super fast range attack which stuns an enemy and breaks instant, but in short distance. And the second one can also stun enemies for 2 seconds, making it a good combo extender. The sword is so good for grinding and especially in PvP, because of fast moves, no knockbacks, and AoE, suitable for any playstyle and has low mastery requirements. Tired? It's time for the last category, legendary swords. The pole, Bisento, and Saber. Let's start with the pole. I never liked this sword, but some people are finding it useful. You can drop this sword with a 6% chance from the Thunder God, which is located on top of Skylands, behind the temple. The first skill is ranged and can stun the enemy, and the second one can also stun the enemy and can be used as a combo starter. I don't use this sword because of slow M1 attacks, long skill cast, and small AoE, but you can evolve to another version. I'll explain it in the next video about swords in the second sea. The next sword is Bisento, the most contradictory sword in the Blox Fruits community. The one side says that this sword is OP, the other one, it's not that good as they say. You can buy it in the Skylands. Find there a master sword dealer and buy it for 1 million. Yeah, the sword that is worth 1 million in the first sea. The first skill is ranged and can knock back enemies. The other one is short range, but can break the instinct and trap enemies. Also, you can evolve it and get better skills. The first one now can launch 3 slashes and the last one becomes a ranged skill. But evolving is hard. You have to defeat the Greybeard boss at the Marine Fortress for that. But there's a problem. He spawns every 6 hours. So, as you can see, it's unbelievably hard to do, if only spending 6 hours in Blox Fruits is okay to you. In my opinion, if you're a beginner, you don't need this sword, because there are better options for you. But if you have nothing to do, go ahead. So, the last sword, and probably the best sword you can get in the first sea, is Saber. The first skill has a dashed attack, which knocks back an enemy a bit, and the second one fire slashes, which drag an enemy and deal decent damage. So, how to obtain it? To get it, you have to complete the secret puzzle. It's easy to do, and you can get this sword even on low levels. First, you have to be level 200. Next, head to the jungle forest and press buttons there. Behind the stone ruins, on a tree on that side of the island, on the building where the gacha NPC stands, on a tree near the Gorilla King, and also at the same place near the dock. After that, head to the building on the lake and run to the secret place. Inside it, you'll see a riddle and a torch. You have to grab it and head to the desert. Once you reach it, find the ruin and go inside. Here you have to burn down the wall and take a chalice. After that, head to the frozen village. Next, inside the cave and finding the melting ice. Equip your chalice and fill it up with the water. Now find this sick man inside the hut here and give him the chalice. After this so-called rescue mission, head to the pirate village and find the rich man. He'll ask you to defeat the mob dealer. You'll find him on a secret island near this village. After that, the rich man will give you a relic. Head back to the jungle, use the relic to open the door and kill Saber Expert, which will be inside. If you have problems with killing him, just go out and stay on the opposite side of the wall, and you'll not take any damage. After you kill him, you'll get the sword. You also can evolve it to a better version. All you have to do is get 1 million honor or bounty and kill the player with the same level. The first skill now can fire slashes with extremely high damage, up to 9k, and the second one has even bigger AoE with increased damage. The main advantage of this sword is that you can get it on low level fast and get the good sword that you can use even in the second sea. So here's a tier list of swords that you can get in that sea. Write down in the comments in which order would you put these swords. In the next video I will show you all swords in the second sea, so check this playlist and watch more.